I don't know what happened there. Sorry, phone decided to freak out on me. Yeah, that is the plan for this thing. We're going to do a glue in back window. I still have to straighten the back wall. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it in the video there. Kind of dips in the middle here. That's from the previous owner. Had something in the bed, slid forward, smacked the back of the bed, bent in the back of the cab. And then after that, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that fender up there to fix the holes. We're shaving it. Gonna leave the lights in the fenders. But yeah, so get that. Oh, we got to get that door out too. Shaved all the holes in that one so that we could redo them. It had like 8 different holes in it for the mirrors, different mirrors over the years. It even had 2 up here in the top for the West Coast mirrors. I don't know that we're gonna go with those, but yeah, so that's that. That's the back window for it. Still trying to decide on the front windshield. I would like to go with a glue-in window, but they are expensive. Plus, they mess with this area right here. This has that rubber seam or rubber seal that goes over it, which kind of fills in this gap right here. If you do a glue-in window to flush it out with the outside, you end up with this unsightly view on the inside, and I don't want that. But still trying to figure all that out. Yeah, I don't know what all I've told you in the previous video. Kind of restarting this because my GoPro died on me and took everything with it. But we've shaved the firewalls. This was just a heater truck, did not have an AC in it. So we shaved that. It will end up with an AC in it in the future, but we're going to try and do like a Tesla style electric one underneath the cab and leave the firewall smooth. We'll come in from the bottom with the fittings so that we're not making that unsightly. Same with the heater. We'll probably run the heater hoses down the front, inside the frame rail, back and up so you don't see those, because we're going to go with some fender well exit headers, so that can all be underneath, not worrying about melting anything there. All the wiring we're going to bring out in between the fender and the firewall against the fender, so it'll go out and down the fender for the headlights up here and the turn signals. Same with this side, it'll all be separate on plugs, so if you want to take it off, all it is a plug that'll be in this area. You'll unplug it and unplug it up here at the front, undo the bolts, and the fender comes all the way off. Helps with diagnosing electrical issues, because then you know this headlight's not working, it's not the light. I know it's in the wiring either in the fender here or it's in the wiring inside the cab. So I eliminate the wiring in the cab by unplugging it here, and it still works to this plug. Now I know that that wire in here somewhere is bad. Shouldn't happen because it'll all be done the right way, but down the road I want this truck to be stupid easy to service. Same with that side. All the wiring for the motor is going to come out out underneath the trans tunnel there and up the back of the motor and forward to keep it all as hidden as possible. Shaved everything. We still got to get the steering linkage and steering shaft done. Went with a off-brand. I did it. I know you can roast me in the comments. I don't care. It's cheap. This whole truck has been built cheap on a budget. Want to show people what you can do with little money. As long as you look for the right parts, you can find them. This is our steering shaft. Went with a stainless one. Not going to be a whole lot of polish on this truck, but just enough, I think, to make it pop. The steering links in there. Oh no, they're right here. Nope, that's for the firewall. I don't know where they're at. Double D steering links to go from this to the column and from this to the box on the other side. This is going to end up being a 3-link style, I'm thinking. Rear suspension. We've got bags. They're over here. Sorry, don't mind the mess. It's another project we got to get to. Got these bags, so we'll have all of the travel in the world to go up and down. We bagged the front already. Let's see, I don't know. Yeah, not gonna be able to see it, but let's see right here. I might be able to. Right in there. We cupped the lower A arms, put bags in, ran the airline out the side of this cross member back here. Haven't finalized that. It'll end up in stainless. Hardline back to wherever we decide to control it. What else? Where are we at? Oh, we're going to be running this axle out of a newer F450 550 Ford because it's got these disc brakes instead of the drums that are on it now. Much heavier duty axle so that we can haul weight with it, and mostly because, well, it was cheap. Right deal, right time, right place. And that's what this truck is about, building it on the cheap. This one, on the other hand, when we get to it, it is not a cheap truck. That one's got a motor over there that weighs more than the entire motor, trans, cab, and bed weighed previously. So, big motor, gonna be a really big truck. Fun project in the future. But, sorry, side tangent. I will set you guys up on I don't know, some sort of sped up video so you don't have to watch me, or you don't have to hear me grinding, and we can get through it quick. We're going to grind these mounts off, get the axle out of here, and then we will figure out exactly where we're going to cut this and Z it up so that we can get the right frame length. This truck will be 22 foot long from the front to the back. Yes, it's pink for breast cancer awareness, but it will also be a 22 a day / suicide awareness. So we're going to keep that 22 theme, 22 foot long. Going to try and find some 22 5s to mill down to 22s. I've got a set of 24s right now, but I'm going to try and do some horse trading or whatever to get those into a 22. Just wait till you guys see the paint that we've got for this. It is going to be spectacular. It is not going to be anything you'll expect from a 70s, 80s, 90s style build, but it'll be along those lines. So yeah, let me get you guys set up and we'll start cutting this stuff off and go from there. Ain't no going back now. There is no going back. I'm not gonna lie, that is nerve-wracking. This truck will never be factory ever again. I could have fixed the A-arms in the front. Could have swapped them back out, went to the back to the factory suspension. There ain't no reversing that. That is done. But without risk, there is no reward, so I really hope this reward pays off. Next, we got to put that over here. Get those frame rails, kind of C-clamp them on here just to see where everything lines up. Figure out how we're going to step it up. Make it work. I want this welded in done tonight. Maybe not the suspension for that, but at least the frame rails on that placed where it's going to be, and get some rough designs done for the suspension. So no dilly-dallying, we'll get right back to it. So we got the back tacked on. Oh, up here, I guess. We got the back tacked on here. Got the back end tacked in with another piece just to keep the right width. We're still going for 34 outside to outside. That's what this piece up here is for as well. Keep it at the perfect width. Put a single bead right here and over there, right there, to keep it strong on the frame and from falling off. And then a couple of tacks here and one at the front to keep it from doing this. Finish cutting that off tomorrow, but it is dinner time, so I'm gonna go in and eat, come back out, might move this axle outside along with the springs for it and the two pieces of frame rail over there, and then slide that axle under, and then it is down to figuring out the bars for the back and where we're going to mount the airbags. Once that's done, we can fully burn this thing in, build the brackets off of the frame to give it a little more structure, because right now the way it is, it's got zero structure. It's just barely holding itself. But yeah, this thing, she's getting there. I think tomorrow we will definitely have the back half of this truck welded on frame wise, and suspension should have that all tacked together and ready to final weld. So we'll see.